All right, let's go. Ayo, we're three hot guys sharing our opinions because we're special and different. Gold medals, we're winning. Can't help it if we're burdened by our intellect. You can play checkers while we pretend we know the rules to chess. The council has spoken, and we are the chosen. Your nose is broken because I broke it.
Sucks.
And welcome back to another episode of Will of the Council. We've got Jordan in the booth.
I cannot wait to discuss the next lame thing that has happened in the U.S. government.
We've got Danny, who has contracted an evil biological virus.
Oh God, the virus. Oh no, President Xi, I'm so sorry.
And of course, we've got Becky on the unos and the doses. I hope that everybody is having a lovely, wonderful weekend. I know that I am. And my week was made so much better by the final declassification of the most important issue of our time. I'm talking about the COVID-19 pandemic and the one thing people won't tell you about it.
Oh, there's one thing?
There's one thing they're not telling you, and it was actually why the Pope passed away.
Oh,
This is true
Yeah,
and real.
Did you actually know that the COVID-19 pandemic was actually engineered? Like, you wouldn't know this unless you ever used the internet, because people sure don't shut the fuck up about it. We're talking about the release of what appears to be, I guess I would say, a Web 3.0 like display page on the whitehouse.gov website talking about COVID.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're doing this one. It's one of the stupidest things we've ever had to engage with, but it's also all that I've been able to see people talk about this week, so I guess we have to talk about it.
I want to, make very clear to the listeners at home. For like 10 minutes, I was like, okay, can we do anything else? And Joseph was
we
like,
tried.
no, we do have to do this. And I said, are you
We have
sure?
to do it. We
And he
have to
said,
do it.
Yes. And I was like, okay. I ignored this earlier this week because I didn't think it was real and I didn't care for it. And he's like, no, I promise you, you have to know about this. So I'll be alongside you, dear listener. I have no idea what's on this website. And I don't think Jordan does either, right?
Yeah, no, I'm going to jump in and just sort of throw my hat in this ring as well. I also don't know anything about this website that Joseph has linked to us. And I was, I had more curiosity and willingness to engage with this than you did. But
Yeah.
I've
put my faith very shockingly in the hands of Mr. Rothschild. So please, tell
Huge
us.
mistake. I don't know why you thought that would be a good
Big
idea, but
mistake by
here we
me,
are.
of course. Well, I did fight, so
fair, actually. Give you some credit.
You should have
did
fought
actually
hard
fight.
like our
Yeah.
president fought for America during the COVID crisis.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so
give us the details, because
let me give you a little bit of background.
Is that on this website? The first thing I'm looking at is Trump in front of the words "lab leak" in all caps.
And he,
Well, at least they're being
zooms in
subtle.
on you. He zooms in on you. It's so funny, dude. I'm like
right.
dying.
So here's the deal. If you're unfamiliar, the White House Twitter account, it tweets like the Wendy's Twitter account in like 2016 when they were doing like epic clapbacks.
Dude,
they were like,
We're epic.
your clapbacks are crustier than our nuggets, and people would be like, oh, savage Wendy's. That's how like the White House Twitter is working, right?
Like,
it's awesome.
we deported people, and you're like, this person needs to. Things I'll say on the Patreon, folks.
Yeah.
Patreon.
But the other day they posted, please don't go to covid.whitehouse.gov or something, right?
Shy emoji.
God,
And
I
like
hate these
The
fucking
crying,
people
laughing emoji,
so much. I hate them so much.
And it directs to this site, which is called Lab Leak, the true origins of COVID-19. And as Jordan has pointed out, you got Trump kind of staring at you from between the words lab and leak. And like, I don't know how I'm supposed to take this. Did Trump do the lab leak?
Yeah.
Do we?
It's awesome.
The truth is,
it was
it was rigged from the start.
He's like, the words lab leak and the picture of Trump like zoom in at you, and he's supposed to be like walking towards the screen like he's delivering the truth.
It's one of those like
God, man.
dynamic kind of websites that like has all these stupid fucking buttons everywhere. It looks like someone got too into HTML editing in like 2007. They're like GeoCitiesing it up here. It is really something.
This is a great advertisement for Squarespace is all I'm saying. Hey, Squarespace,
Okay,
if you
so-
want to sponsor this.
What is this? Well, here's what it is. It is, God, how do I even describe it? Some sort of like a fact sheet about the actual origin of COVID-19. Now, this isn't that outside of the realm of possibility. I'm sure anyone who's like even remotely interested in COVID as a phenomenon understands that there is some pretty interesting, I wouldn't even say like conspiracy theories. There's like some allegations that are kind of believable, that rather than found in a wet market, this was found in like a lab, right?
Right.
Sure.
It's like a classic.
So these guys have totally ran with it. And they're like, yeah, not only was it found in a lab, but we're going to be like the most annoying people on the planet about this. And they're claiming that not only was this the result of a lab leak, it was a biological agent designed by China to destroy America, and that Andrew Cuomo, who is for some reason also on this page, is partially responsible for its spread. If you remember his like big problem where he accidentally killed a bunch of people in nursing homes. You remember this?
True.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
And they have a whole page on COVID misinformation. And the misinformation is sometimes public health officials tell you that COVID's real, but really, who
Cool.
knows?
Cool. Just still.
It's followed by a big ass dossier produced by the Senate subcommittee on the coronavirus pandemic. This is, I'm sorry, like the funniest thing that I've ever seen. I
Okay.
love it. I think it's awesome. My favorite part of it is it simultaneously tries to allege that COVID, which happened under Trump, was the result of a Chinese biologic bioweapon delivered to the United States, which Trump did a great job in resolving because he was so fast with Operation Warp Speed and the resultant vaccinations, followed by, but the vaccine didn't work and was actually poison, followed by, and actually the biologic agent that China devised to destroy the United States is more like the common cold anyway. So you know,
it
who
doesn't
even
really
knows
matter.
what's going on?
No, this is my favorite. Whenever I talk about like modern conservatism in terms of what, you know, when I have a more serious discussion than I typically have on this podcast, sort of the political theorem of modern conservatism is a lot of it is aligning behind Trump as their God King or whatever. But Trump's biggest win, like a legitimate win, was Operation Warp Speed, was getting the vaccines out. And like, you know, obviously he didn't fucking make the things, but you know, his administration prioritizing that and getting them out as fast as they did, that's like a big win for that administration. But that, like, they can't own that win because it will go against their base, right? Like, they can't say like, oh, Trump is like, he oversaw Operation Warp Speed and got the vaccine, because every Republican now is like, well, actually vaccines are autism
They're
shots.
dumb. Yeah.
So I just think it's like very funny.
Honestly, it's insanely funny. I hate to, it's like, it's so funny that like the one good thing he did, immediately people were like, oh, but that was actually a Jewish plot to inject mercury into our DNA. And he was like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This is the one time I do something for you people.
Yeah, honestly, like his game makes sense. Like, he can't do good stuff because the good stuff will just be seen as bad anyway. So he has to just be a Nazi or whatever. Anyway, it's just, this is so hilarious to me. The other thing I want to mention is that when did this get posted? That is my question for you, Joseph. When did
It
this
was
get
like 3
created?
days ago.
Okay, nothing is going on in this administration. And you want to know why? Because we're talking about COVID again. Like,
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
This is not to be like COVID doesn't exist anymore and the pandemic doesn't have blah blah blah. I don't want to insinuate that.
Of
but
course.
this is always, whenever shit is just going in a way, in a direction that is not good for the Trump admin or for the current conservative movement, we got to talk about Fauci and COVID again, baby. We got to.
We got to play the
run
hits. We got to play the hits. I just like the Fauci stuff is really funny to me too, because they're like, oh, you all thought Fauci was your God King, but it turns out he's fallible. And it's like, you all keep me out of this, man. Listen, I was not on board with the people who were like Cuomo sexual and like writing Hamilton rap songs, but about Anthony Fauci. You know, you can have him for all I care about.
Like the Nintendo Wii? No.
I just
We-
why do they assume that I give a fuck about this guy, like Fauci? I mean,
I don't know.
fucking
I don't
care.
even think like liberals give a shit about him anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even think like blue and all people are like, I still love Fauci. Like, I don't think anyone says this anymore. I think like
Gives a
they're
fuck.
still
Like-
latched on to him.
Yeah, it's just,
You got to fight something. If you have to fight ghosts, you better make sure they're convincing ghosts. Is all I
it's
got to
funny.
say.
We're talking about Fauci. I don't know if we already mentioned this a second ago. I just might have missed us saying it. But if you scroll down on the site, you can see an image
amazing.
of like Fauci with his like hand in his head. Like he's, I don't know, like a screen cap
What do you
of
think?
him.
He's like, damn it, they found me out.
They
Yeah.
got my ass. Oh, I was poisoning
Oh, no, they
everyone.
put me
No,
on
they
the
were too
website.
based and red pilled. I almost got away with it.
Dang it.
why am I here on this website? Oh, God,
man.
my head.
And he's like super behind like a layer, and the layer in front of him is the executive grant of clemency written by Joseph Biden. And they quote the clemency, and like the text is, I kid you not, this is like an animation I'm looking at on the website.
Yeah, it's like pulsing.
Yeah, the text is pulsing in front of you. Saying, and it's quote, a full and unconditional pardon for any offenses, they highlighted this on the site, against the United States, which he may have committed or taken part of from, that's right, January 1st, 2014. They're just covering like all bases. They're just like, I don't know, if you did anything wrong, it's a pardon. And like for like there's like a 11-year gap. Like, you see, he got pardoned. And I'm like, okay, for what?
Who cares? Who cares? I'm sorry.
What
who fucking
happened?
cares?
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Christ alive, dude. I don't know. It sucks that you
why
look
did he
at
pardon
some
him?
people in the voter populace, and you can so clearly see that there are just like two things that they give a fuck about. Like, they give a fuck about abortion, and they give a fuck about like the vaccines being bad. And that's just, they weave their entire political mindset around these two things, and they just think of nothing else in the political sphere. It annoys the fuck out of me. God, there's other shit happening.
I like the map portion, which is kind of awesome. It's like a giant, like pulsing image of Google Earth with like a blue, like light layer that goes across the map screen. And it's
Oh
like
my
a
God, yeah.
giant blue line that says Huanan Seafood Market to the Wuhan Institute of Virology. 7 miles. What is this like? What does this do? Oh my God. Now I get
It's
it.
a jaunty bike ride. They just want you to know. You could go check it out yourself.
Check out the distance.
Do your own research.
Yeah, do your own research.
Do your own why is it pulsing?
It's awesome.
Stop
Why does it
pulsing.
pulse? Why does it pulse?
Whoever made this like figured out how to use After Effects the day before this went up. He
They
was
were
like,
like,
"Oh my
"Yo,
god,
check
they're
this out. I
gonna
can make it
fucking
go up and
love this. This
down."
is gonna
Yeah.
go fucking sicko
It's
mode."
gonna go crazy mode on whitehouse.gov.
No, actually, I do understand it, because this map is like forcing me to look at it with how it's moving. This is TikTok brain
Jingling
editing.
keys core, like
Yeah, oh my God, Danny, thank you. Yes, it literally is jingling keys. It has like
We
this
have the
blue,
first Subway Surfers electorate.
yeah.
You thought we had the Groyper government. Nah, we have the Subway Surfers government.
Yeah, we got the YouTube Shorts
my
voter
God.
base, bro. Let's go.
True though, but actually true. He,
By the way,
he
YouTube Shorts are
attributed-
Will Councel, available on youtube.com/Will
Oh,
Councel.
that's true.
True. He attributed. He was like, "Thank you, Joe Rogan and YouTube Shorts for my election."
Just,
He
bro,
went on
this
like
shit is
Aiden
so
Ross's
abysmal.
stream, dude. Like, Groyper government. I don't know what to say.
I don't know, man. How do people not get embarrassed by this shit?
It's so embarrassing.
Like, I don't know.
I'm not embarrassed at all. This is
me
what we
neither.
deserve, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm
Hell
embarrassed
no, it
for
ain't.
other people.
I don't deserve this shit.
I laugh.
Oh my
It's
God.
awesome.
I'm actually not mad.
I get to
don't
be like,
put in
look,
the paper.
Our clown country, we named the Gulf of Mexico Gulf of America. And then like every
Dude.
software developer bent the knee and we're like, yup, we changed it on Google. It's like, you guys are so lame. So
Yeah, I know.
soy.
I know.
Who cares?
That is the unfortunate truth is, more than anything else, it's kind of soy. It's just soy.
It's the big problem.
I love the term soy right. I can't get enough of it.
Ugh,
It's
literally.
It just, man, I don't know. We talked about this before. I just, the fucking like, what is who is this for? You know what? I'm looking at this website, and it's not like this is anything new. Like, they've said all this shit a million times. They say it all the time. So what is the purpose of making this website? Genuinely, as like a
to make me personally upset. To make me upset.
That's it, right? Like they have a thing about social. Look, I haven't read this yet. I'm just gonna read the fucking social distancing bullet. The 6 feet apart social distancing recommendation, which shut down schools and small, but oh my god, open the schools, was arbitrary and not based in science. Like literally, like this shit. They're playing the hits, dude. Don't you have anything else?
No,
man,
they don't. Is the thing. They don't. It's insane. I mean, you know, there's so many terrible things to talk about, but I'm glad I can experience it all through a Web3 site that shows me a video of Forbes breaking news of COVID-19 lab leak theory. Well, I'm gonna go watch on YouTube. But goodbye.
Yeah, can't wait.
I love it.
The pulsing text on Andrew Cuomo that says failure, funny stuff. That
is funny. I will be using that.
Funny,
yeah,
right? Like that's funny as hell.
Yeah, there's really nothing we can say about that.
Did you see the embed of the PDF? Like it's like a square.
Yeah,
of
it's
an
like a
embed.
400-page PDF.
Yeah, no, 557 pages. Oh, let me just
Why
scroll
is
through
this
this.
embedded here?
It's so awesome. The
I didn't
site
even
is
see
so
this.
incredible. You know what, Joseph? You were right. This is awesome.
It's great. As a closer to this part of the discussion, 1 million people have figured out already that if you ignore the L and the A at the beginning of this page, it's just a picture of Trump standing between the word bleak. It's like things aren't going well, man.
Oh, that's great.
That's
actually,
absolutely true.
All right, you ready to get to the posts?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Reddit always makes me feel better, so let's do it.
Speaking of bleak, all right, here we go. We got 3 bangers for you today. You know, I don't really know if I can call them all bangers, but they're at least interesting.
Sure.
The first and foremost one, I think we have to do the one you all expect. The one that we've been sent, I think, more than any other individual post
Dude.
that I've ever gotten.
Absolute record. Like,
So many people.
we have been publicly tagged in this post. We have been DM'd this
More than
post.
gaycation.
Yeah.
Genuine. I have had, like, I think a couple carrier pigeons are, like, pecking at my window right now to make sure that we're recording this.
All right. Well, you know, those trained pigeons are pretty analogous to what we're going to be speaking about today, because this AITAH goes like this. AITAH for, quote, training, end quote, a guy, quote, like a dog, end quote.
God.
So, you know what? I should not sound so annoyed about people sending us this, because a lot of people are very excited for us to do this one, and I am too. So I'm not frustrated by you. Keep sending us shit.
Yes,
I love you all.
I'm very happy that everyone's like adding us.
First and foremost, what I have to say about this one is that, you know, it sucks to see someone else living your dream.
Oh my God. It sucks to see someone else living your dream. Desert man watches guy drown.
I know what y'all are talking about. I got a good. I'm about to.
Oh, yeah?
I feel
sorry.
seen in this post.
Here, Jordan, here's your peanuts.
Ooh, thank you.
I was going to say, Jordan is already living this life.
I am.
That's true.
I am. I got. Oh my God.
Waiter, more Triscuits, please.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dude, Triscuits. You can get me with Triscuits.
Well,
for
let me
sure.
ask you, if you were being trained with treats, what treat would you want?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. First of all, as someone who has trained dogs before, it's got to be like morsel size, like good in a pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Probably like pretzel M&Ms. You ever had pretzel M&Ms?
Ooh,
Those are
Oh,
good. Those are
choice.
good.
love pretzel M&Ms.
Pretzel M&Ms are damn good. Did you ever have those malt M&Ms when they had those?
Oh my God! Don't remind me, dude. I want them so bad. I want them back.
I don't know where
so
they went.
Bad.
I've never had those.
It's just because Whoppers are hit or miss. I mean, Whoppers are a different candy altogether,
Whopper,
but like
Whopper.
malted milk
Yeah, but
stuff.
they're not always good. No, they're sometimes quite bad.
Yeah. So I think people just, you either love them or you hate them. You know, I love Whoppers. I could. Oh my God. Never
You
mind.
are a
This is-
Whopper.
Damn,
That's
maybe I
true.
want Whoppers as my. Maybe I want
Your
Whoppers
favorite
as my.
thing to do is sit on the toilet and make some Whoppers of
That
your
is
own.
true.
Like a Whopper of a
Truth
plopper.
eruption.
Joseph, what treat would yours be?
I think it would be a Nerds gummy cluster.
Yeah, dude, you took it from me. In my head, I was like, man, a nerd gummy cluster would go crazy mode.
Nah, Nerds
Dude, we gotta
gummy
fuck
clusters.
up those Nerd gummy clusters.
Nerds gummy clusters are a conspiracy to fuel big fillings That's my that.
What are you talking
What are
about?
you
What is
talking about?
big fillings?
Bro's just saying shit.
It's dental work. It like Nerds Gummy Clusters was made to just fuel dentistry as an industry. Because if you get a bag of Nerds Gummy Clusters, they are the only thing I've ever eaten that are so unbelievably sweet, but you can still just want to crush the whole bag.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Dude, they're so good. Oh,
Since Joseph took Gummy Cluster, which was my first answer, my second answer is a Gusher.
Dude,
Just like
I'll give you a Gusher,
throw
dog.
shut up. Throw a Gusher at me. I'm like, oh hell yeah, give me that.
you start gushing.
I'm always throwing a Gusher at you.
Read the dang post.
Why? I'm having fun already.
You're right.
All right, here's the post. The lab leak was... Oh, no, wrong post. Here we go.
Oop.
I, 23F, have recently started seeing this guy, 26M. He's super pretty, but he's kind of emotionally unavailable, and he's alluded to an unstable/unhealthy childhood. For
Okay.
context,
Just diving right
I
into that.
also work
Yeah.
with socializing abused and neglected dogs at a local shelter. And I think about how much time I spend with dogs and how it's impacting the way that I interact with people. When we were on a date, I started making subconscious mental notes about him, like the notes I'd make for a dog. For example, I noticed when we went out to dinner, I noticed he ate really quickly and was very anti-sharing, and then in parentheses, resource guarding. But when I offered to pay and suggested dessert, it seemed to make him really happy and a little calmer, food motivated. He's really particular about his car, territorial crate aggression. He likes to pick where we go, what we do, eager to please, etc. So I've started using the tactics I'd use on a dog with similar problems.
Dude, me. I'm so food motivated. Oh my God, bro.
True.
Bro. When I am taking like a massive shit and my wife wants to walk in the bathroom and I go, no, close the door. That's me being territorial and having crate
That's
aggression.
great aggression.
Dude, I don't need to hear this.
Okay, before you continue reading, I feel like this is akin to when you stream too much and you start calling everyone chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly the same situation. Literally exactly the same situation. Oh my God. Okay, I guess I should ask this. Do we think this woman is white?
Yes, I
of
was
course,
gonna,
of
damn
course,
it, dude.
yes,
I
of
was
course,
gonna
of
make
course.
the joke.
No,
I
of
was
course, of
planning
course.
it out in my head.
Absolutely correct.
God.
This is like the clearest white woman
Wants
being
to
like,
fuck a
"Ooh,
dog. Yes.
This man I'm trying to fuck is kind of like a dog when you think about it.
Dude, yes, I know, dude. I was like lining it up in my head. It was like I was putting the bullet in my sniper rifle, ready to shoot the fucking joke into your brains.
What kind of dog is that?
What's
He's
what,
gay.
the bullet here is
Oh.
just the word white.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck. Okay. All right.
Recently, a friend, 22F, pointed out it's weird I keep peanut M&Ms on me. Okay, those are pretty good.
That's
I will
good.
say.
Love
But
peanut M&Ms.
I do agree with Jordan that in order to be most effective, it would have to be the pretzel M&Ms.
Yeah, no, pretzel.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Pointed out that it's weird I keep peanut M&Ms on me with the specific purpose of offering the guy one when I see him and offering them again whenever I can tell he feels vulnerable. She said that I'm being an asshole because he's a person, not a dog, so I shouldn't be training him like one. This woman, not white. I just don't think that's fair. I'm not trying to control him or anything. I just want him to feel comfortable with me the same way I need the animals I'm helping to be comfortable with me. Humans and animals aren't that different after all. We just want to feel safe and cared for. The guy hasn't noticed yet, as far as I can tell. The problem is, my technique is yielding really positive results. Am I the asshole? Should I stop?
I love
Jordan, what do you think?
What direction to look at this?
to the bitter end. She's like, but my scientific experiment is working.
I know.
It's working.
She's like, listen, am I dehumanizing this guy? Am I treating him like a subhuman mongrel? Okay, yes, but it is working. Like,
but my science
the
experiment
results
works.
speak for themselves.
The ends. We all know that they always justify the means.
I'm always
Like
saying this about the ends.
Frankenstein
I'm
style.
always saying this about the ends.
God
The
forbid
ends,
women,
bro.
you know, justify their means.
Yeah. Okay, there's like a million directions I could look at this from. I'm glad we got the white woman wanting to fuck a dog thing out of the way first. That's good. That was the low-hanging fruit. Now for the slightly less
Just
low-hanging fruit.
move that out of the way. Yes. What dog breed is your dog? He's gay. What? Damn it.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all familiar.
Dude, like, is it so harmless to carry around a pocket full of peanut M&Ms to give to your partner, to give to your boyfriend when he does something good? No. In fact, I demand everyone around me now have a pocket full of peanut M&Ms. So when I send a really good email,
Now it's not
it's
just.
like,
Why isn't HR doing this, honestly?
Yeah,
It's not
I'm
just my
telling you,
partner
bro.
who's now infected by this. It's everyone. Now it's all your problem.
actually, you know how like there's those camera feeder treat dispenser things? We need those for work. Like, I send a really good email and my boss like jumps on the treat thing and is like, wow, I read that email and that was so good. Good job today. And just like, boop, a peanut M&M's pop, a peanut M&M pops out.
Not to tangent post a bit, I will say this with as free spoilers as possible. I've been watching a lot of Severance, and let's just say workers in that show get rewarded just like this guy does.
Dude, yes, it would work on me. Yes. I need
Waffle
the
time.
hard-boiled egg party. Like, give that shit to me.
An MDE.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Anyway, dear listener, please watch Severance.
It's so good.
You ain't gotta watch Severance.
Anyway, I'm surprised you haven't watched it yet, to be honest.
It's so good.
I'm too busy watching band playthroughs.
I'm too busy eating peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, exactly.
Peanut M&Ms. No, I need this shit to happen to me so bad. But the thing that I can't get over is you are doing these nice, in quotes, things for your boyfriend with the explicit knowledge that you are training him like a dog, right? Like, that's what I can't get over. I will pass the torch to one of you gentlemen now, but that's where I'm at on first read through.
I've seen a lot of like horny lesbians like getting their dick hard about this, and
Which I get.
I understand. I get it. It is like a. I mean, it's just very kinky. There's no other way around it.
So many puppy girls are like, fuck.
I'm a bottom. Give me M&Ms.
Yeah.
I'm a bottom. That's
But
literally
this
all I've
does
been
kinda
seeing.
suck,
Like, oh
right?
my god.
I mean, like-
I think
Yeah,
so.
listen, I just quickly, as soon as she says, when I keep the peanut M&Ms for the specific purpose of offering the guy when I see him, when I feels he's vulnerable, that's where I was like, oh, I mean, like, it's already weird, but I'm like, well, whatever, like, to each their own. And then it's like when you're like sad or upset, and then like I'm just imagining the scenario where she's like, do you want a peanut M&M? And I'm like, no, I'm upset right now. I'm not
Like,
hungry.
I actually would like a peanut M&M, but that's
like,
kind of beside
well,
the
actually,
point.
that would make me feel
Don't
better.
give in, damn it.
Like, sure, like, yes, like there can definitely be a scenario where a peanut M&M fixes everything. I get it.
Yeah.
Like, it's awesome and cool, but like it did point to my brain, like, what if I'm not, like, what if that doesn't vibe with me? Like, that, what if I'm trying to like be sad, or, you know, I'm upset about something, and then you offer me candy like a child.
Imagine like they get into a huge fight, you know, like a massive fight or something. Like just I don't even know what it could be, just the biggest fight ever. They're screaming at each other, and he's just like, they're both yelling, and oh god, you know, and then they stand in their own like respective corner for 5 minutes, and then she just walks over and hands him a peanut M&M. What do you even do?
That's so
like,
awesome.
what is the logic? Okay, here's the next thing.
Okay.
What is the end point of this, right? This is just a science experiment you are doing on him. 100%. You're admitting it yourself in the post. Where does this go next, right?
I think
like-
many people are. I understand that many people are normal. All right.
Yes. Okay.
I want to start
Sure.
by saying that I understand many people are normal.
I agree.
That said, I also understand that many people date almost explicitly to find like test subjects for their evil schemes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
There are a number of people that are dating in order to find a partner that they want to share their life with. And then there are some that are like, although I could also use a large body with which I can breathe the breath of life through my electrostatic defibrillator, right? And I do think that those people probably should not be allowed to have sex. I think that is...
Yeah. However, I might be, I could be a little test subject coded. I could be a test subject boyfriend.
Well, that's the thing. Like, we joke, but I do think, like, not to go back to communication, but I do think that, like, if she just, like, talked to him about it and they were both cool with it, it'd be completely fine. Right? Like,
okay, now hold on. Does the conscious acknowledgement that both of them know it's happening make it a kink?
Yeah, sure.
I think it makes it a kink.
That's fine. Like, whatever, right? Like, even if it is or not, either way, if you're both chill about it, like, I have a lot of experience with dogs, like, that are,
Are you going to tell us you're fucking dogs now? Is that what I'm going to learn?
Listen, I'm not going to tell her how to approach it. I'm just saying that I think that if they're just both cool with it, I'm like, well, sure, whatever. Like, here are the parallels to what I do. I can sort of see, right? Or you guys are a little quiet. Like,
okay. Oh, well, I wanted to let you finish before I clarify. I'm not saying that the acknowledgement that it's a kink now makes it a bad thing. I think it's great. You know what? Hey, enjoy your puppy play. I hate that.
Don't say that. I mean, yes.
Don't say that shit. Don't fucking talk to me, dog. I don't want to hear it.
Okay. Anyway, I don't care that you're doing it, and I don't think. I don't know. I don't think that.
It's just like it's okay. It's clearly not.
I think it. I bring it up because I think it ruins the experiment for her, right?
Oh,
if
true.
He knows, you can't do the Pavlovian trick if
he knows.
If the dog gains consciousness of who Pavlov is,
the dog has opposable thumbs.
Yeah.
If the dog has learned about the Pavlov experiment, it totally fucks up the whole thing.
Thank you. Now it just becomes M&M time.
Well, I mean, is there a problem with that? You just told me that you were very into M&M time.
Do you think he gets used to it? Like, he's eventually just like his hands out for the M&M. like he doesn't notice.
He's like, no, not good enough. I now require 2 M&M.
Exactly.
He's just like, he feels bad. He's like, oh man, and like instinctively puts his hand out, and he's like, wait a minute, why am I doing this?
It's like, oh shit, she's not here. No, it's definitely strange.
He gets a sweet tooth whenever he's sad. It's like the dog drooling, but instead of that, he wants sugar whenever he's crying or something.
Man.
Joseph, it sounds like you're conflicted.
No, I'm not really conflicted. I'm a misogynist.
Oh, true?
No, I don't know. It's just like,
fuck.
no, I do want this to be a cute story about how this person is using what they know from their time working with dogs in order to help heal a guy that is feeling bad. But in my heart, I'm like, oh, I know she's jacking off to this. She's.
I'm trying not
Look
to
at the
go
response
there, man.
to this, man.
Yeah. The top comment, I don't even, it doesn't have anything to do with the post, like, in response to it. It's just a riff, but it is, just make sure to tell him he's a good boy. Like, of course. Like, yeah, duh. Like, it's hilarious because that's where you're headed, right? Like,
yeah.
I want to imagine the world where she isn't like secretly treating this like a sex thing and try to approach it from that angle.
Well, that's what we're doing, even if
are we?
Kinda. I am.
You might be doing it. I'm explicitly not.
I know you're not.
I'm like very naive on this post. Like, but that's so nice. They're such a good relationship.
Okay, you know what? Fine.
Here's what I will actually say. I think that if you want to jerk off to this, that's your prerogative. I understand that. But I do think that it's important for a relationship that you expect to last to be built on a type of mutual respect that I don't think is being given in this scenario.
I will agree with.
I agree.
I know she's like, I'm not trying to be weird or anything. I'm just saying, I'm treating him like I would a dog. And it's like, okay, I mean, I understand that, but I think you got to be ready for the fact that people are going to go, why aren't you treating him like a person?
A person.
Yeah, like a person. Of course. I absolutely agree with you.
There's, no matter what way you slice it, there is a level of dehumanization happening here, right? That as hilarious and jokey as we want to be about this, even if it is quote unquote harmless, or there are harmless reasons behind it, in her mind at least, it's just the fact of the dehumanization, right? That's just It sucks. You know, this is a person that you're dealing with. And the fact that you are making the conscious choice to do this, or consciously admitting that you're treating them like a dog from your job, that sucks. I'm sorry.
You know, the dog from your job.
Yeah.
You know, and to also quickly note something again that I kind of pocketed in my brain that I'm now putting out loud. When she says the guy hasn't noticed yet, as far as I can tell, that's not good, right?
Oh, Danny, you're
that's-
so smart.
Right?
You're smart.
That's
Like that-
bad. Yeah,
That's like
That's
the
not
telltale
good.
sign for me of like,
Yeah.
oh, so you are like hiding this. Like,
Yeah.
you know, in your like
Yeah.
kind of deep heart of hearts that something's not good about this, which is why
Right.
you said that and why you're here, right? Like, am I the asshole?
Yeah. Just
This is kind of like a bona
That's a very
fide
good
one,
point.
right? These are kind of rare to find.
right.
right.
Sorry.
All right, we're ready to vote on this one.
Please excuse the pun on that one for bone.
I get it. No, I got it. It wasn't funny, but I got it.
Yes, I'm ready to vote.
Yeah,
Woof,
I'm ready.
woof.
I'm ready. Woof.
Decision time.
All right, when it comes to this woman, is she the asshole for treating her boyfriend like a doggy? Jordan?
Yeah, she is. I know the internet is gonna just ream us over this, but look, I'm sorry. You can't do this to a human being. They're not your test subject, and they're not a dog from work. So yeah, you're the asshole here.
Danny?
Not much else I can say. I agree. You're the asshole. It's awesome. You know, you watch someone live the life you want, but you are the asshole, 100%.
And I think we got to take away Chainsaw Man from you hosts. I think that
Bro.
you can have it back when you learn how to use it.
You
Oh
can have
my
it back when you have
God.
media literacy. No more.
But wait.
All right, so this one does have an update, which is very funny.
Oh my
in.
god. 3 M&Ms. All right.
Shut up.
I just can't get over it, man.
It's so funny.
All right, so here's the update. For everyone asking me if I have seen a Big Bang Theory episode with this plot line, I have not. Okay, so all of you who are jacking off to this, by the way, you are jacking off to the Big Bang
To
Theory.
a Big Bang Theory episode?
Big
I didn't
Bang
even know
Theory,
that.
jerk
Oh,
off.
thank God. Oh my god.
For everyone
Yes.
saying that they think I am autistic, probably, yeah. I haven't been tested, but maybe I should.
Okay.
I do not have loose M&Ms in my pocket because they would get melty and gross. I keep them
That's
in a
not true.
bag in my purse. I know the title was clickbaity, so I want to make some things clear. I didn't think of it of training until my friend said like I was training him, and that made me feel weird, and it's why I made the post. I'm sorry, I call bullshit on that. You
Yeah,
literally
I
were
do.
like, it's the same
Yeah.
thing I do at my job.
You
Yeah,
said it yourself.
100%.
You said, I note take like I do at work with my dogs. And then you proceeded to give examples with multiple territorial crate aggression. Are you serious right now? Food motivated? Like, I'm never not going to say food motivated ever. Like, I'm going to be like,
Oh my god.
Every time I eat, I'm being like, I'm so fucking food motivated right now.
so
Yeah.
food motivated.
I have not and never have been trying to modify behavior. What I noticed in him and what I notice in animals are stress responses. We only get aggressive over food if we believe someone is going to take it away. We get defensive over our spaces if we reasonably feel like they'll be violated. Applies to both animals and people. I was trying to establish trust the best way I know how to. LOL. I do
Okay.
like the LOL, doing a lot of work here.
He's doing a lot of heavy work.
I'm trying to establish trust. Like, yeah,
This
is a human being you're dating.
Like,
I just
it's like it's like
yeah.
No, he understands. He understands us, me, a human.
It is Tarzan, yeah.
Monkey.
You me, orange me, eat you, orange me.
Yeah.
Okay. If he never shared fries or never wanted to park next to a car with wide doors again, that would be fine with me. I know he's not a dog, so he's not at risk of being euthanized or something. On
Yet.
to the update proper. Yay! So to all the people who told me I should tell him what I was doing, you were right, and that's what I did. It turns out I was very wrong about him not noticing what I was doing.
oh, thank God this guy has like a brain cell and eyes.
He put 2 and 2 together pretty quickly after I started doing it. He didn't tell me he was on to me, though, because he liked it, and he was worried I would get embarrassed and stop if I knew that he knew. He's like, I'm getting the M&Ms.
Dudes
So we talked
rock.
it out, and it ended up not being a very big deal at all, and I'm probably gonna keep having M&Ms because they're good. That's all I got for you.
We got it. Jordan, you did it. This is the route.
Told you.
You want it. It's awesome. No, see,
Yep.
but this is what I was saying earlier. If they're both cool with it, like he's just like, I know she's doing it because like it makes me feel better, but I also like M&M's, so whatever. Like,
Yeah, like, that's fine.
Then great, that's awesome.
As with many things, please just fucking talk to your partner.
I
Oh my
love
God.
that she was like, he hasn't noticed. I'm like, okay, either this is the dumbest guy in history, or he does notice. Like, come on.
How many times do you think he's pretended to be sad for Eminem?
Like,
Yeah, he's like
definitely more than
gaming the
once.
system.
Yeah, it's like a rat. We go back to science experiments.
That's what I would do. I'd be. Oh my
like
God.
rat pressing
My
the
ass
button
would be
90 times for the fucking cheese.
I'm just feeling so bad. I just saw like a bird on a walk, and it reminded me of a pet bird I had when I was a kid. And he's like, "Yes, Eminem,
I could really use a
Yo, we're
gusher
eating,
right
baby.
now.
We're eating good.
Uh,
I don't know. I wish these two luck, but in their weird pet play relationship that we have to read about.
Oh, relax.
Never.
I will yuck your yums."
Yeah, I'm yucking.
The Council has spoken.
All right, this next one is my F24 boyfriend M24 keeps making comments about my addiction. What could I tell him to make it stop? Hi, that's how this starts. So I've been with my boyfriend for 6 months now. At the beginning of the relationship, he didn't really mind that I smoked cigarettes. He later told me he had asthma, so if I smoked, I had to do so far away from him when outside. I'm a really heavy smoker, and I'm proud to admit that when I spend time with him, which is usually 6 to 12 hours, I reduce my intake to 2 or 3 cigarettes. But he's still not happy. He's an old-fashioned guy. He's never done drugs or tried alcohol, lame, and he's never been around people who smoked before, so I get how from his perspective it can be worrying, but I'm getting worn out by it. I might lightly mention that I was smoking through text, and he'll say things like, "You could have just not told me," or "I didn't need to know that." The other night we were playing Stardew Valley and he told me, "Did I just hear the lighter go off like 5 times during the call?" And it took me so much to not lose it. It may be that I'm very used to it. My grandpa smoked around me my entire childhood and my mom did too. Maybe I'm too desensitized about the subject. My problem is that I can't quite pinpoint if this is just him trying to control me or my mind is jumping to conclusions. I compromise to reducing my intake when I'm around him for health reasons, but him trying to check up on how much I'm smoking when he's not here, I feel watched and like I'm going crazy. I don't want him to change me or what I do. I think I'm getting really defensive at this point because he made other comments in the past about certain things, mostly about things I wear, and ever since then I've been more paranoid with what I wear. TLDR, my boyfriend makes negative comments about me smoking cigarettes. I compromised and I'm smoking less, but not enough for him.
Ooh. Not to make this sound like too easy or whatever, but you should probably sit him down and be like, okay, what's going on? Because, a lot of this is a pretty big smoker with someone who does not like smokers. And so how do you approach this? Because if you're gonna
I guess I want to ask the obvious question here, which is, why are you two dating?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You cut to the chase.
Like, what the fuck? What are you talking? Like, it's so strange that she's like, this is who I am. It's not even like I'm trying to quit and like he is frustrated that I haven't quit. She's like, this is who I fucking am. Like, I am a capital S smoker and he's trying to change me. And it's like, then you two shouldn't be dating.
Yeah.
Right? Am I crazy? This is a guy who doesn't want someone who smokes and a person who will not compromise on smoking. Will not compromise makes it sound like it's her fault. It's not. It's both of them.
Like, I honestly respect her for being like, listen, if you're going to do it, and we're like, I'm a smoker. Like, I smoke. Like, okay, I don't know. Like, at least you're honest, right? Like, you're not going to try and like tell me otherwise or lie about it. Like, you're upfront and being like, I do smoke. I'll smoke less around you because, I like you and I don't want you to, cough up your lungs. Like, so I'll leave the room or I'll do it only like once or twice. That's a pretty good compromise, especially from someone who smokes super heavily. And then also you're still dating the guy who's like, well, I hate it. It's like, what?
Yeah, so I think this is a pretty clear-cut case of somebody who went into a relationship with the explicit goal of trying to change something about their partner.
Oh, you
Yeah.
think the boyfriend's doing it to her, right?
Yeah, of course, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this
No,
is
for sure.
This is kind of clear cut to me. Is like, oh well, I like her, but I don't like that she smokes. So my number one mission is to get her to stop smoking. It's like you can't do that, Like you kind of have to take people as they are. People are people and they're going to have things you like about them and things you don't like about them, but that doesn't mean you just get to change everything about them. If something about a person that you are romantically interested in or romantically involved with has something that is, I don't know, something that you dislike, obviously there's some nuance to what I'm saying, but
Right.
you shouldn't have the explicit goal to just change this about them.
Mm-hmm.
If it is something that there is just an impasse on, that you can't exist with it and the other person can't exist without it, okay, that happens.
Yeah.
Fish in the sea, buddy.
This is a hard line, right? Like we have found it's kind of hard to find these like moments and to kind of wake up to them and be like, oh yeah, no, this is a hard line. This is where like if you're dating someone, if you're meeting someone, you bring up the fact that you smoke, right? I feel like that's a pretty straightforward thing to be like, hey, listen, I do smoke. So if that's going to be a problem, I don't like, we're going to have to talk about it, or we're going to have to figure something out because, like I can't really stop right now, or I'm not gonna, like this person posts. Because some people are like, I do want to quit eventually or not, or whatever, and maybe you can work with them. But if not, and you're like, no, you're going to date a smoker, just so you know. That's a good heads up, because those are things that are important. Those are like big. It's why the dating apps have like a section where you say you smoke or you drink, right? Am I crazy?
Well, I don't read that shit,
I think what's going on here is like, it's kind of foreign to us as people who are growing up in a world where smoking is like just not the norm,
Yeah.
Where we see anyone who smokes as in a transitory stage before they eventually quit smoking.
That
right?
is such a good point. Oh my God. Sometimes you just say shit that makes my brain go like yes, exactly.
Well, thanks, Jordan. You make me hard too. But
Okay.
the deal is that he is in this relationship with the understanding that at some point she will stop smoking for her health or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah,
clear
yeah.
that she is smoking, not because like she's addicted or whatever, but because it's an integral part of her personhood. She's like, I am a capital S smoker. And
Yeah.
like, you can disagree about if that's good or not. I obviously
Right.
don't think it's great, but
Yeah.
like,
A different
but
conversation.
if she is a person who believes that, and you're like, don't worry, she'll grow out of it. I mean, what the hell? What are you thinking?
Nope.
Yeah, like this is just dickish shit, right? It's just again, it is just the explicit goal of changing something about a person. You can't, I don't know, people aren't these little check boxes that you can just go, that'll change eventually, or I bet I can get them to stop doing that at some point. Like for some things maybe, but eventually there are just going to be things where, I don't know, a person is not a character selection screen, dude. Like you cannot.
Yeah.
This is just, I don't know. I hate this kind of shit. Like,
No, I mean, I think you're right too. It's so strange because you read some of her comments where she says stuff like, I feel like I'm being watched. I feel like he's trying to change me. And you're like, okay, calm down. You're like, you're smoking. It's not like he's like trying to exert control over you, but it's like nobody totally is.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
like a thing that we believe is a moral failing. And like, regardless of your position on that, if she's made it clear that's an integral part of who she is, and he wants to change that, even if you disagree with her, that's just an argument for them ending the relationship. And like, I don't know, I think they should.
and we can, honestly, let's extrapolate this beyond smoking too, because, I'm sure there are people that are going to be like, well, smoking has been clinically proven. Blah, 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 blah. Like, yes, okay, smoking is bad.
Yeah,
for
we know
you.
it's
Duh.
bad.
Yes.
It's not
okay,
good.
Sure. I don't smoke. I have no plans to smoke. But let's say it's like drinking, okay? I love alcohol. God, I love it. I
You?
love drinking beer. I like cocktails. I like
You're
shots.
off the fucking pod, dude. What?
Bro, true.
I didn't know this about
know.
you.
Oh, God, I'm a lush. True, yeah. I also have sex. Like
You better not do that.
That's normal.
Oh, okay.
That's
well, anyway,
normal
but
to you? Oh, that's just normal to you? Interesting.
But drinking,
normal world.
not good for you, right? Drinking is dangerous. There's a lot of health problems that can happen. Like, yeah, I'm not drinking every night, but pretty much every weekend, my wife and I will have some wine together or beer or whatnot. But yeah, if there was like a relationship I was getting into and the person was like, I don't drink and I want you to stop drinking, I would be like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
like wine, beer, liquor, like cocktails, food and bev. That's who I am. I like this stuff. I want to and have to do it because I want to. So it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, there are impasses that can happen in relationships, and you just have to realize when you've gotten to that point. Because now if this relationship continues, they're just going to develop this resentment like we've seen in a million other posts on this site.
And we see it in the post, right? Like at the end, she's like, and now I think he's commenting about everything I do, my clothes, you know, other stuff, just negative kind of side comments. And it's like, wow, that feels exactly like how you comment about my smoking. And so like they're finding other things to be just like upset about. And it's just like, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to come down too hard on the guy for being like, you should quit smoking. Cause I think that's like, I get that impulse is born out of being like, I care about you. I want you to, survive. I understand that. But at the same time, I think it also is the case that like she cares a lot more about this than you are comfortable with. That's just an argument for the two of you to part ways.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. We ready to vote on this one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Decision time.
All right. Is this woman the asshole for trying to make her boyfriend stop saving her life? 3, 2, 1.
No. No.
I think she's fine.
Yeah,
I guarantee there's some Redditors there that are like, well, smoking is bad for you, so you should kneel at his feet that he's trying to,
save like you.
Yeah.
Rips his shirt and it's like Dare shirt underneath.
Yeah.
The Council has spoken.
This last one's so important.
This picture is so everything to me.
It's so important.
It's so
I don't say
funny.
this often, but it's so important.
The problem is, I agree.
Yeah, the thing about this.
We agree. There's just nothing to say but that. All right, here we go. This post, which is the cover for this episode,
has to be,
is called I Merged Old Cereals, Wife Now, Mildly Infuriated.
I just love this title.
Importantly, this comes from r/mildly infuriating, not am I the asshole. But don't worry, we will address that momentarily. So let me ask you real quick. Is this guy a genius or what?
I mean, it's
I
actually,
think he should
you know
be in handcuffs behind bars.
He should be killed. I'm sorry. This happens, okay? I understand this very human experience where you have 2 boxes of cereal, okay? One that is almost empty and the other has not yet been opened. So you take the rest of the cereal in the bag from the box that is almost empty, and it's not enough for your usual sized bowl. So you go, whatever, I'll just fill it up with the box of new cereal, whatever it is, okay? That is an experience that you have to do. That is an experience out of demand.
Wait,
not
what are you
one
talking
that
about?
you should strive for.
Yeah, I got to stop you right here. Are you fucking insane?
Yeah, are you a psychopath?
You fucking insane?
What are you talking about?
Okay. Now hold on a second. If it's 2 of the same cereal, that's different. But what kind of cereal are we talking about here?
Wait, the scenario you described sounds like you're putting 2 different cereals for breakfast.
Yes, that's exactly right.
You're an insane person.
What's
I'm
wrong
the
with
insane
you?
one?
What's
Are
wrong
you
with
the
you?
guy from this
No,
post?
you're the guy from this picture.
I'm saying that like you shouldn't do that.
Oh.
Like, it's not a fun thing to do. I'm not defending that. I'm saying you do it because it's like, well...
No, sorry. Wait, no.
See?
Back up.
Right there.
In what world is your back against the wall?
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I gotta put the 2 cereals together.
Well, like,
if I
what
don't
are you
make Honey Nut
talking about?
Cocoa Puffs today...
You're telling me you just eat the piddly amount of Cocoa Puffs in the bottom of the box and call it good? No, you have more
I make a
cereal
small
there.
bowl of cereal and
Yeah.
follow it up with a big bowl of cereal.
Correct.
Well, now you're just eating more cereal than you should. Now see, that's gluttony.
Then the second bowl of cereal will be half the size.
Right.
That's
you can
ridiculous.
adjust.
That
What? How is
fascism.
that ridiculous? That's like the
Because
most
the people-
What are you talking about?
Are you fucking with me?
You're
I
a
genuinely
crazy
can't
person.
believe this.
Wait,
No
okay, hold
shot.
on, hold on.
You're
You're a
telling me.
crazy
No,
person.
you shut up, Danny. Shut the fuck
No,
up.
shut up. You're
You're
an
telling
insane
me-
person.
You're telling me if you have this situation where you have the
Yeah.
last little bit of cereal in the box, You
Yeah.
you pour it into the bowl and have a micro-sized bowl of cereal, and then go back to the new box and have one that is the perfect fucking ratio to what would have been the same.
You're talking about this like it's fucking rocket science,
That's
but this is like
ridiculous!
shapes and colors. This is like putting the square peg in the square
I'm not gonna
hole.
put Cocoa Puffs with my fucking oops all berries, you dipshit. Why would I do that?
That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. So you eyeball, okay, you have your first bowl of cereal, which is not a full bowl, and then you eyeball
I'm
from the new
eyeballing
box.
every bowl of cereal I've ever poured. What is your problem?
Why would you just fill up the cereal in the bowl to the size of the bowl?
Wait, okay, so you
Wait,
would
sorry.
eat...
Wait. We gotta back the fuck up. When you pour cereal, are you pouring to the rim of the bowl?
Oh, just under it.
Oh, okay.
Jordan.
That's normal.
Jordan's pouring aside. That's not a whatever. So tell me a scenario you've had where you've mixed two absolutely different cereals. I'm not talking like Wheat Thins and like some K-brand shit. Like, sure, I can get some that are like two dog shit cereals together. Who gives a shit? Like, maybe they're both bland ass cereals.
Okay.
But I'm talking like you got Reese's Puffs at the end of your box, and then you have like a different cereal. Are you mixing those two? Like a completely different cereal?
Yeah, probably.
I just don't get it. This is a problem that does not even necessitate a solution.
Correct.
And you have invented a disgusting subhuman way to consume these things. It'd be like if you were like, man, I hate going to the grocery store to get food. And you'd be like, yeah, first you turn on the car, then you drive to the grocery store, then you got to make a quick phone call to Poop Island, then you got to buy your food. And you go, hold up. What do you mean phone call to Poop Island? And you'll be like, come on, you're telling me you don't call Poop Island? Yeah, obviously not. It didn't even enter my mind. I was never going to make the phone call. I'm never mixing the
This is
cereals.
the most ridiculous shit I have ever heard. I know this is a very human experience
No,
that
it's not.
a ton
No,
of
it's not.
people.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I guarantee it.
I'm sorry. You're the anomaly. You are absolutely
No,
the anomaly.
shut-
You're
Look,
insane.
You
okay.
are
You're
the
a crazy
anomaly.
person.
There's no
I
doubt in my
had-
mind you are the anomaly. Never in my
I
life,
had
never in
less
my
than
life
half-
did I ever think I should mix these two different cereals ever. Once.
I had a box of blueberry frosted mini wheats, and they weren't enough to fill the bowl, and I had another box of cinnamon
have
lights.
a
So I'm like,
small bowl,
well,
and then have a second bowl of the cinnamon.
Can't you just
No,
snack on
dude.
cereal? People bring like bags of cereal to
You
snack
don't
on.
even need to
Just
snack
eat
on it. You can have
I'm
it for
not gonna snack on
breakfast.
cereal.
Just
I'm
do
not
half
fucking
a bowl of
kindergartner.
one,
Oh,
eat it,
come on.
and half a bowl of the other.
Oh, it's kindergartner to snack on the cereal, but it's not kindergartner to fucking put two different cereals together.
I'm an adult. I'm gonna pour the
I'm
fucking
an
two
adult.
cereals
I'm
in
an
the bowl.
I gotta mix oops all berries.
It's
with
not
Reese's
kindergarten
Puffs.
behavior for me to go cuckoo for my fucking Cocoa Puffs and invent this disgusting amalgamate because I don't have the ability to do fractions because I don't know what it is to put half of a cereal into a bowl, eat
I'm
it, then a second
genuinely
half.
blown away by you two
I'm
right
baffled.
now.
I'm shocked that you could dress yourself in the fucking
too.
morning. Holy shit.
Like, holy fuck.
Let's say you get up and the only thing that's clean in your house is shorts rather than jeans. It's cold out. You should probably wear some jeans. You look at the shorts and you think, oh, well, I'm just going to have to put two of these on at the same time. There's no other outcome here that really makes sense.
I would just wear the shorts, I guess, but
You would.
that's true.
like-
Depends on how cold it is in this hypothetical. Anyway,
Oh,
look,
Come on, man. Like,
there's just no. I'm seriously blown away.
I almost pity you. I almost pity you. It feels like something someone would do, like if they're like
It
destitute.
feels like I'm making fun of the guy in the first post.
like you're so poor that you can't afford to, like, for some reason, I don't know what it is. The reason doesn't exist. We've offered 70 options. You've said no to all of them. So you have placed this
It's
like,
not a
no, your
poverty
back,
thing. He's still eating the same
You're-
amount of cereal.
your back is against the wall. I don't know who's putting your back there to do this. Yourself, I guess.
His back's
but
against
the
the wall,
dude,
and
it
it's like,
sucks.
what did you do this morning? I walked backwards into a wall.
I just don't understand how you think it is better to like have this tiny ass bowl of cereal finish it in 2 seconds before you've even finished your coffee, and then you like have to go back down to the kitchen and ration out the other portion of cereal.
Why in
That
this
sounds
scenario
terrible.
did I leave
What
the
are you
kitchen, come back,
talking
and
about?
made like more effort for myself? It
So
takes
you
2
just
seconds, just like you
stand in
said.
the
So why don't
kitchen?
I just stand there and eat the fucking cereal?
Bring
that takes
both
2
boxes
seconds
of
to eat?
cereal
Now
with
you
you.
have trash in
What?
your office. What the hell is wrong
No,
with you?
now
Then
you're
you
making up
take
shit
it
that
out.
doesn't happen. Maybe that happens to you, but I'm a clean ass eater.
Then
Just-
you
just-
take it out.
You
what
just
the
pour the
fuck
rest
is
of the box
this?
into the bowl, throw it away, and then fill up the. You have to do that. I
Oh
can't
my
believe
God.
this. I cannot believe
Why?
you two.
Why do you have
You can't
to?
believe us too?
us
I
two?
honest to God, I feel like I have traveled into a new area where everybody puts the toilet paper the wrong way.
I feel like I'm in a fucking dimension
I'm in
of
Bizarro World. Like me
evil
and Joseph together
freaks.
jumped into Bizarro World. Like we got on the roller coaster, it transported us back in time, and there's like, yes, of course, you would always mix the cereals together. And we go, whoa, what the fuck? We're in fucko
Me and
land.
Peeps eat cereal first, then milk. Mix in stomach.
Wait a minute. What did you just? Never mind. We're not getting on a new thing.
I'm just very excited to, I've stopped kind of seeing the comments for the show, for my own mental sake. And I think it's, good to put this aside. I'm very excited to see the comments of this one.
Oh no, I cannot
Oh, yeah.
wait for the cavalcade of people that hopefully understand what the fuck I'm talking about.
They're not. I mean, okay, listen.
No one on this planet is going to understand what the fuck you're talking about,
Yeah.
dog. It is,
I
it
was
is not
about
a
to
human
give you
impulse you're describing.
some leeway, and I was like, no, there is no leeway. I was like, there's no way. That's like a human experience. You talk like it's like everyone's done it, and like you got 2 guys right here being like, you're wrong. That's not
I got
true.
2 of the dumbest assholes here. All right, let's
yeah,
just.
totally.
Yeah, that's what I
We're
got
the dumb
here.
ones when we mix our
There's
cereals.
got to be a way to get you into prison.
All right, can we do this post, please?
Yeah, okay. Wait, oh my god, that's it. That's the post. It says, this dirties the cereal and makes it inedible. She specifically asked about the Cocoa Juffs. Things only got worse for me.
See, that's the thing is like this does make it edible. This does suck. Like sometimes there
Yeah,
are some
that's why we
cereal
don't do
combinations
it.
that
That's
are
why
like
we don't do it. Okay,
okay.
wait. So you can admit that this sucks. So
A lot of the time,
But you gotta do it. There's no other option. I walked
isn't.
backwards
But-
into the wall.
I've got the hip
If
man,
I have
and he
Cocoa
told
Puffs
me I
and
have
Fruit
to do
Loops,
it.
Oh my god.
I don't want to do it, but
Then don't!
Don't.
Then don't do it!
but it's like, what else am I gonna do, man?
I offered you like 9 solutions, and you're like, no.
They all suck.
Oh,
they
but
all
the,
suck.
But the mixing of the cereals is the good one. Continue with this post before I explode.
There's what else do you want me to say? Okay,
I
so
don't know what to say. Let's. you know
this
what?
is, I think it should be immediately visible to everyone. This is the ramblings of an insane person.
Oh my god. I'm being strawmanned right. Sir ad hominem.
Skirm.
I hope
just
you go
silent.
to prison, man. I hope you die.
I'm like freaking out.
Okay. So I know what you're thinking. What the hell? This is not a human impulse. It's totally weird and gross. Why is this happening this way?
Yeah, I agree.
And as a result, after that post got very popular, a new post surfaced. This comes from Am I the Asshole? Am I the Asshole? I'm the wife of the guy who mixed the cereal in one container.
That's just unbelievable.
Am I the asshole because I got mad my husband mixed all of our cereal into one container when I was not done with my bag? I cannot stand mixed cereal. Now I have to buy a whole new bag when I had maybe 3 bowls left. I can't attach a picture, but the cereal is shown and mildly infuriating because he made a post after I got mad.
Yeah, like this is insane person behavior right here. Like, okay, when you have plenty of bowls of cereal left and you choose to do the mixing, like
This is the part that's insane. Oh, you should never be doing the mixing here. You've got way more than enough
You
bowls
should
still
only do
available.
the mixing when you're forced to. Yes, literally. Like, 100%.
Literally, no.
I mean, you're right. You should do the mixing only when you're first to. Ideally, you would not do the mixing at all, I would say, probably.
Yeah, I agree. Ideally, your cereal bowl is the perfect size for every box of cereal. They should make standardized cereal boxes so you never have to split cereals. That is like, it's the hot dogs and buns shit. I can't stand why, like, how have they not figured this out? Every
I
bowl
can't believe
should
there are
be the
people that
same
have
size.
problems like this, man. I
It's
really can't
ridiculous.
believe it.
It annoys the shit out of me, dude. I hate
No.
it.
I'm talking
No.
about you.
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
No, I'm okay. You don't get mad about hot dogs and hot dog buns?
That's different. That's on
No, it's not.
purpose.
It's
No,
same
I
shit.
do.
It's not.
I don't get this one. I don't
You
get this
pour
one
the
at all.
cereal yourself.
You control the buttons you press.
You control the buttons you press, dude. The hot dogs and buns are not something you can control. You can't. You have to buy you would have to buy 4 packs of hot dogs and then 5 packs of buns to get the equal amount or whatever. 4 times 5 or
Yes.
if there's 8 dogs and 10 buns, you got to buy whatever's divisible by the numbers. You can't do that. You can pour any amount of cereal for yourself. But you're like, no. But the portion I pour is big enough that it always causes an issue, and then I must mix them because Slender Man comes after me. The bugs come back if I don't eat them together.
Bugs are back. Oh man,
okay.
this is.
I know you want to keep ragging on me about the cereal thing,
No,
but with this hot dog and hot dog bun thing, do we think this is a government conspiracy? I know I've completely gone off the rails on this.
It's a very simple capitalism thing. It is
Yes,
just, it's
absolutely.
literally
It's
just
ridiculous.
It's just straightforward. It just makes you continue buying them forever. You get 8
Yeah.
hot dog buns, you get 10 hot dogs, or vice versa, whatever. And then
Yeah,
you
we all
eat them
know
all,
this sucks.
and then you have 2 buns
Yes.
left, and then you're like, oh, I have 2 buns left. I better go get hot dogs. So you get hot dogs. Then you're like, well, I need buns. You get buns, and then you just do that forever. That's the point. Is the point of it?
And
to
see,
never be-
now
Yeah,
what I am
it sucks.
describing is how I have the charge, the cross
Dude,
that I bear.
you are so fucking unbelievable.
cross I bear. Guy thinks he's Jesus Christ risen.
Yes, because I am forced to
cereal.
mix breakfast cereals because they don't make these boxes the same fucking size, dude.
Who is forcing you?
The bugs.
Who is?
God.
Please
The bugs.
be
The
specific.
bugs are back.
The bugs, Dan.
The bugs really are back. Is the thing.
All right, I can't believe this is our next crock pot.
I'm Jeff
Just
the
like-
Killer. I'm Jeff the Killer.
No. The crock pot was it made sense.
Right.
I
Yeah.
fundamentally disagreed with you about the crock pot. but,
Sure.
I understood what you were saying. I don't know what you're fucking doing today.
Yep.
I don't know what you're up to. I have
Correct.
no idea what this is about.
I have just lived in a different world than the two of you my entire life.
Absolutely
I literally
That is
did
clearly
not-
the case.
Clearly.
That is
I
clearly
literally
the
did
case.
not think people rationed out their fucking cereal bowl
You didn't think
depending on
people
if,
could
like,
eat
how
a
much
bowl
left.
of cereal that was not full. You thought it was impossible.
No,
Why?
not that it's
Why?
It's just
okay, if
just
in your scenario
separating
your
the
back is
cereal
against the wall,
experiences.
why isn't my experience my back is against the wall and I have to eat it
Because-
this way? Why is yours validated because your back was against the wall because Slender Man threatened you, but in my scenario
Because
it's like
it's different
your
than
scenario
mine.
is fake. Exactly. Thank you for admitting it.
Thank you for just
What do you
saying
mean?
it out
Yes!
loud.
You're like, no. You're like, oh no, you guys are wrong, but my experience is right because my back is against the wall, and it's like
my
what?
experience is right because it's mine. Duh. Are you fucking stupid? Of course.
What are you
That's the whole
talking about?
conceit of this shit.
God, dude, I am. Oh my god.
dumb, it hurts my brain. Fuck.
I gotta go
had
hug
fun
my
today.
wife or something, man. You want to vote on this?
Yeah, whatever.
Decision time.
Is this woman the asshole for getting mad at the guy? 3, 2, 1.
No.
You should kill him.
No, you should kill him. This sucks
Kill him.
ass. Why would you
Teach
do
him how to
this?
pour a small bowl of cereal.
Bearing the lead on the title.
I'm just
I don't
looking
even
at
know.
this
What do you want me to say about this one?
amalgamation. Just boxes and boxes worth of
We
cereal
didn't get to
all
talk
poured
about the
together.
image. The crumbles at the top of the other
It looks
cereal is
so
so
bad.
fucking awesome.
It looks awful, man.
It looks
It really
terrible.
does look inedible.
It looks
What do you think that
disgusting.
waxy substance on the sides is? It's like Lucky Charms marshmallows, right?
Yes, it is. It
Yes,
is. Yeah, it's marshmallow dust because the top is Lucky Charms, and then it goes down to it might still just be Lucky Charms, but it looks like also Cheerios could be in there as well, and then it goes to Cocoa Puffs, like insane, and then it goes to Fruit Loops, which like jail for you.
I just, sometimes it's nice to see everyone in the replies band together and say dishonor. Dishonor
Yeah.
on you, dishonor on your cow, dishonor.
Yeah.
Straight to jail. Something fun to dunk someone on that's harmless. It's just silly.
The Council has spoken.
I love how Joseph is just silent.
He's me. That's how I feel.
He's just not saying
No,
a
he's
word.
correct. What is there to say?
See y'all next week.
See you next week.
Bye.